right, guys, well, fall's in the air. We're getting dusted out by the combine, but today is really the evening. But we're gonna get started on this project. We got some buildings to tear down. We got building number 1, building number 2, block building number 3. So this should be a quick building. I'm gonna knock it out first. I'm just gonna tear it down. The plan is, I mean, this is the main building, so that is gonna take the most amount of work because it's a big old barn and they got short concrete walls right here, so I can't just like track through it. We are digging a hole out there in the field and we're gonna burn and bury this all. So all the concrete and block is gonna get put in my new toy, which I haven't showed on the channel yet. It's going right down in there, that ravine. So there's a new toy on the horizon for this project, which is kind of the reason why it's not quite finished, the reason why I've been delaying this project, so that I can show it off to you guys too. But we got this block, the roof has got to come off and get put that pile, but the block is going down there in the ravine. All this is going down. So I got the excavator. It's been warming up for probably 10 minutes. It hadn't been ran, and really since I dug the basement, it's probably been a month since it really ran. And then it got moved here, so it ran for like 10 minutes, and then in total maybe 20. And then it got parked here for another 2 weeks, so hasn't really ran much. So I want to make sure it gets plenty of time to warm up. And I'm gonna hop in the excavator. I'll probably try to find a spot for you to set you up, or set you up on the excavator or something. But we're gonna tear down this little shed over here just because I want to get started on the project and do something. So that's the plan. And then maybe tomorrow we're gonna tear down this whole building, get the roof off that building, so we're all ready to go for when we can start moving material and burning it. So let me get started. Well, I'd say that was a pretty quick teardown right there. So I got it all packed up. A little bit of it fell on this corner. The beam's disconnected. Must have not been connected very well, so it fell out in the yard. So I'm gonna go out here, grab these few things that went flying here way out on the drive. I don't want them out here in this beautiful drive. I did do this drive not too long ago. Maybe a couple months back. I did the drive here, so should be somewhat compact right there to load into a truck. So I just, you get a little bit of stuff flying when you tear it down. So you can see there's some nice dark topsoil right here. So I think they're gonna build a new barn here. So they will probably definitely want to strip that off and keep that. That'd be good around the edges of the pad when they're done. All right, guys, I know it's getting dark here. It's gonna be hard to see, but basically I got most of the barn down from the back here and got it down, so that's pretty nice. I got that. It's just teeter-tottering, barely on. You can see right in the horizon line. So I'm gonna try to knock it down from where I am, and then if I can't get it down right there, I'm gonna have to go around the front and push it all back this way, which is fine. I don't have to go around there anyway. So, but yeah, barn is almost down. Now I want to rip that roof off, but that's a tomorrow project. Dig a hole, that's a tomorrow project. This concrete's holding up just fine. We'll probably just take dirt with the skid steer and make me a path with the track hoe, and we'll just carry all this stuff with the track hoe since we don't have the dump trailer yet, unless we get it before I get there. But Wednesday it's supposed to rain, so I'd like to burn this all. So let me see if I can set you up right here so you guys can watch. All right, guys, behind me, yeah, that's the barn, or I guess what's left of it. So that's pretty much all knocked down. A lot of it's piled up right here in a big pile. You can reach it from behind. Right over here is that other building. So I'm going to go out and back there behind all this out there in the pasture. We're going to dig a hole. We're going to burn all this barn wood. It's going to light up real easy and real fast. We're going to burn it in a hole. Whatever's left is just going to get buried. Mostly kept as much on the concrete pad as possible. We will have cleanup, but hopefully not too bad. I still got to rip the roof off that building, so that's on the list of things to do today too. But I think I'm gonna start with digging the hole, so that way we can start moving some of this. I think I'll put that, maybe try to move that pile into the hole, maybe some of this, try to, that way it's ready, and maybe light it up. Or maybe we'll wait till tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, so we'll just have to see. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get the excavator started up here and then go out there and start digging a hole. Got out here, starting to dig my hole. Man, this ground is rock hard. I mean, it is rock hard. I mean, that, some hard dirt. So getting started on the hole. I'm trying to decide how wide I want to go. I think I'm gonna go at least another bucket width wide, because I kind of want to go long and narrow. Definitely need to go deeper though. There's a lot of wood. I kind of want to be able to stack it up taller and let it burn down. So, but I need a bigger hole. So for sure digging a bigger hole, but I just wanted to show you how the start goes. All right, guys, we got the hole filled. Hole's all filled with part of this building over here. I gotta clean this a little bit up. I'm gonna get the skid steer. There's just like a few pieces like this. They gotta just kind of be picked up by hand. But a few of these, I'm gonna get the skid steer. I'm gonna clean off this pad, and then I'm gonna take some of this dirt right here, and I'm gonna basically fill that little ditch in, build up a ramp on top of this concrete pad, and put dirt on this concrete pad, so when I track across it with the hoe, it's not so hard on this pad. So I'm gonna put dirt on this lip so that when I'm tracking up on this lip, it's not so hard on it. Then I'm gonna put dirt on this concrete pad, keep from tearing it up. I had to be on it some, but I don't want to tear it up least as possible. Not sure what all has to come out yet, so scoop all this up the best I can. The skid steer build me basically a path right here so that I can just track back and forth carrying dirt or carrying debris to the pile. Like I said before, I have a new toy that I haven't showed off yet, and really wish I had it here and done with what we're doing to it, so we could use it here. So hopefully you'll see it in an upcoming video. We'll definitely have to use it for the concrete part of this job. All this concrete has to get hauled over there to that ravine, so you'll definitely see it there. But really wish I had it right now for all this debris, but that's the way it goes. So trying to get the project done. We want to get it done before the weather changes too much. So get the skid steer here. I'll kind of show you after I get it cleaned up and I put some dirt down. I'll show you what it's going to look like, and I guess explain maybe better why I'm doing what I'm doing. So let me get in here and get started. All right, well, got a good start at cleaning this up over here. Took the skid steer, smooth out as much as I can. I mean, there's just going to be stuff to be hand picked up, and I'll probably grade it a lot better when we're getting close. Now I was just trying to get the stuff at the top, because I mean, I got a lot of stuff to clean up at the end. So, and we got a lot more stuff to move around. So I got this little pad of dirt built so that I can come up here on the concrete and not tear it up. So I'm hoping I can just kind of stay up on this stuff the best I can and not tear up the edge of the concrete and everything. So it took whatever 5 minutes to maybe help save the concrete a little bit more. So not a big deal. It's worth it in the long run, but I don't know how much is actually going to be able to stay, because if we take those walls out, which we have to, I think the concrete pad might be right in the way, but we'll just have to see what happens. So I'm gonna get in here and start cleaning up. All right, guys, well, update here. You can see there's still a ton of stuff. So it doesn't even look like I've made a dent in the amount of stuff up here, but the hole's on probably 80% full up to the top of it. So there's a lot of stuff here I already moved. I'm having to just track it with the excavator like I talked about, so I've just been making pass after pass. The dirt here is working fantastic for what I want it for, so I'm just gonna keep on piling it up, and then we may light it up here in a little bit. So I'm gonna keep on carrying. I'll show you the hole when I get over there. Alright, well, this is where we're at on the hole side. You can see I got space here. I'm trying to push it that way. There's a little bit on the end. It's just hard to reach that far, so just kind of shoving it that way, and then probably light it up here in a little bit. I just don't want to be, I'm hoping the breeze dies down here a little bit. It's kind of blowing, and the way it's blowing is right where where I'm sitting right here, and I really don't want to be going into the smoke every single time. So as you can see, that's all I'm doing is going back and forth, back and forth. Pretty boring job whenever you're just carrying it and it feels like you don't make any progress. So every scoop counts, but it doesn't feel like you go very far. So there's just a lot of stuff in the barn, you know. It doesn't look like much when it's all piled up, till you start having to move it, and you got a bunch of small stuff and like old hay and straw. It's just a bunch of stuff to move. All right, guys, well, got some little bit of touch of diesel fuel, and our hole's mostly full back here. As you can see, there's a big gap, but hopefully that lets the air kind of go down, go through the pile so it burns. We're gonna try to start it right in here somewhere, and my fire starter guy is here. So anyway, see if we get his lighter and stuff and see if we can get this thing started. Well, it's going nice and slow right now. I think I probably ought to get another scoop of stuff and put on it here in a second, but I'm gonna let it try to catch up. The wind direction's blowing perfect, really, for what we need, but whenever time I'm sitting here trying to put stuff on the fire, it will be blowing all that on me. So we're gonna let it burn down a little bit, and I'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Woo! Well, guys, fire's burning good, and it fell down, so it's burning down in the hole now. So, see, it's plenty hot in there. I mean, you guys can't feel the heat, but I can barely stand here, so it's burning good. That's exactly what we wanted. So, I'll give you an update here in a little bit. All right, guys, well, that's how much is gone. Getting a good dent in it now. Fire is going really good over here. I think we are done for now. I'm probably come back one more time a little later this evening and put some more wood on it so it burns down even more. But tomorrow I'll probably come back and plan on burning all the rest of the wood, or a lot of it, and get it all gone, so that all we got left to do here is deal with all the concrete. And so I would get closer, but the heat's pretty bad right here. So also need to go back around the other side to the side of the fire so I can push a lot of the wood that way, because that side of the hole is not as full, because I can only reach so far when I'm carrying it from right there. So that's the plan. Get that all done. I got quite the line of mess to clean up at the end here, where all the stuff's falling out as I'm tracking, but you just got to kind of go with the flow. There's some concrete mixed in with it, so trying to minimize the amount of concrete, because that's not going to burn. So neither will the metal, but that metal, it's not worth separating. Again, the price of the metal isn't worth it. So plus it'd be take too long to separate. So I'm gonna check on the fire here. Maybe I'll give you a different perspective from this side. Maybe it's cooler over here, but you guys can see it's way taller over there than over here, so it needs stirred again. But catch up with you guys either later tonight if I get some video, or tomorrow.